Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone, ma'am. Dr. Saab, Rajesh Saab, Namaskar. How are you?
We are good, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, doing good.
Very good morning.
Very good morning. Very good morning. How are you, Shri?
गुड मॉर्निंग सर, गुड मॉर्निंग. कैसे हैं आप?
I'm fine.
बढ़िया. गुड मॉर्निंग सरोज जी.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
फाइन
You
फाइन
are in
सर.
office, Shri, I believe.
नहीं नहीं, आज एक्चुअली ऑल सैटरडेज आर ऑफ टू मी.
Okay.
नहीं नहीं, ऑफ टू द ऑफिस कह सकता हूँ मैं, नॉट टू मी बेसिकली. सबसे बिजी डेज होते हैं सैटरडे संडेज, क्योंकि ऑफिशियल्स तो ऑफिशियल आवर्स में तो बंद कर दिया मिलना.
हाँ ये भी बात है.
तो मोस्ट बिजीएस्ट डेज
That is,
होते हैं
I think
सैटरडे.
recording has started already.
yeah.
नहीं नहीं सर, इट्स अ फैक्ट है ये तो सर, दिस इज इन पब्लिक डोमेन, ऑफिशियली रिटन है, तो नथिंग टू ऑफिशियल
So we should
नोटिस.
we should start.
Yeah, I think it's time to start. It's already 7 minutes over.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. I take this opportunity again to welcome you all, and I would appreciate everyone present here who has taken out time on this Saturday morning. This shows the commitment towards the profession. I welcome you. I a heartfelt welcome to everybody present here. This webinar series we had started to actually update and give some information to students what are the options or what they can do after they graduate, and the current affairs what is there in the market about the pharmacy. So last time we had Datta sir, who had actually given a heart touching talk to students, connected with students. And this time we have another stalwart in the industry, Dr. Rajesh Agarwal ji, who is General Manager Research and Development and is responsible for all pharmaceutical products R&D activities. That area related is about dosage forms, liquids, injectables, or ophthalmic. Sir has been responsible for products national as well as international at level. He has developed and successfully launched more than 15 plus brands in both domestic market as well as in the industry. I won't stand in between because I think this is the students' time actually. So I would request Dr. Agarwal to give brief of his. Then I'll shoot some questions that will be more appropriate to my understanding. That will give more insight to the students. So I request Dr. Agarwal to present his view or give some thoughts before starting with the questions.
Sure. Thank you. Very good morning to all. And it's wonderful pleasure to be with you all in this morning. It's a great initiative taken by IPA. Fortunately, I am also part of it for so many years. And this initiative was with the thought process that we should be able to percolate the experience, the knowledge, and the expertise gained by different professionals to the students and to the budding professionals so that they can, when they enter into the pharmacy profession, they can well equipped, they can do much better, and they can be motivated out of it. And they can also have a view of what kind of industry it is, what scenarios are changing, what are there in the academic research. So all these, from this point of view, this initiative has been taken, and I'm fortunate to be part of it. I'm thankful to the entire committee, those who has given me this opportunity. Being into the profession for last almost 30 years now, so it has been a long journey, and started as first B Form, then M Form, then entered into the pharmacy profession. I think I would like to get the students to know what kind of industry it is, what kind of profession it is. So, particularly myself being from the industry, I would like to touch more upon that, what kind of industry it is. So, to dear students, uh, as you all know, and we have been hearing that India is a pharmacy hub, and India is doing wonderful in the pharmaceutical industry. Uh, I would like to communicate here that we are having more than 19,000 manufacturing units which are there across the country, and there are more than 13,000 formulations units, particularly units those who are producing different kind of formulations, pharmaceuticals, and commercial selling it commercially in India and in international market. There are more than 5,000 bulk pharmaceutical industry. With the bulk pharmaceutical industry, it is meant that they are API, active pharmaceutical ingredients manufacturing units. So these units, they are basically supporting with the active pharmaceutical ingredients, and there are now with government of India taking an initiative with the productivity linked schemes, and after COVID, that India should sustain. And as we were importing a lot of APIs and chemicals from China or other countries, so India as a country wants to be independent of that, so that we don't have any supplies issues. So uh, no few I mean more than 1,500 units have already in last 2 years have initiated their projects, and around 700 to 900 industry, they will be starting and already initiated their production in this year. So that's a great impetus to the pharmaceutical industry, so that we have in-house available materials for producing our pharmaceuticals. So not only that, India is having one of the largest number of US FDA plants. America being one of the toughest regulatory environment, where it is very difficult to get your product registered, and there are a lot of stringent regulations, and you need to follow their regulations. So India is having, by the virtue of their commitment, their ethical practices, and their training, they have been able to create those kind of manufacturing facilities which are registered to US FDA, and there are more than 650 pharmaceutical units which are there in the country, and they are contributing to large number of generic market, especially in US. I think around more than 40% of the generics of the US, which are there in their market, are being supplied from India or from the Indian companies. So it's a large chunk. Not only that, we have the World Health Organization recognized plant, where we can market the products in rest of the worlds, where World Health Organization's regulations, or they are accredited to uh, those kind of regulations. So those plants are there. More than 1,500 plants are there in India, and we are gearing up to get our regulatory agencies in India. They are gearing up all the companies, or those who are actually manufacturing the pharmaceuticals in India, to upgrade themselves to larger extent, to at least to WHO requirements, and to participate in more into the international health services. Uh, Not only the pharmaceuticals, but now with the we are an integrated healthcare system. So in that, we have vaccines manufacturing capabilities, we have medical device manufacturing capabilities, we have diagnostic manufacturing capabilities. Apart from that, the hospital industry is also there as a complete healthcare sector. So as a pharmaceutical industry, we have already now touched crossed 60 billion dollar industry in terms of the total turnover, pharmaceutical industry turnover. So we are growing in double digits. We are expecting that to still maintain that double digit now, even with all the challenges we have in the current scenario, looking at the world geopolitical issues, but still we are in the double digits, and we expect that if we see in last 70 years, we have come to this far that we are 60 billion plus industry now. In next, say just 5 years, we are going to double. So it's a great challenge to all the budding professionals, existing professionals as an industry to gear up themselves with the current regulatory requirements, technology, the regulatory sensitization, so that we can capture that opportunity. And as a student, you all have very great opportunity and great platform to look at as a profession, uh, not only into academics, not only into retail pharmacy, not only into other activities which are non-clinical or supporting clinical activities, but as an industry, I'm telling you that this is a great, very great opportunities. And India is at such a platform where it can, I believe, and we have seen that in last 5 years, that we have surpassed the targets or the projections. So when industry grows, obviously the professionals requirement is there. You need to have some out of box thinking. You need to have adaptability to the new technologies. So people with the uh, extra skills, people with those who have developed newer skills, they have greater opportunities. So this is the current scenario. And in terms of vaccines, you all have seen in Corona times, uh, our population 250, I mean, double dose vaccination, we were able to cater it indigenously. And we were our great scientists, a great team of the entire healthcare professionals. And I'm very proud to say that a lot of pharmacy background professionals, they were part of it. They were critical part of it, and they were doing a lot of things to create that vaccine manufacturing facilities within a given challenge and within given short time. And they were able to create the facility, qualify the facility, validate the process, and produce commercially. So there are a lot of pharmaceutical professionals which were involved into that. And that's a great opportunity for everyone, apart from direct pharmaceutical productions to vaccines. Now vaccine is one industry. Then medical device, we are already into a very bright spot, and we are doing wonderful in Dr. Saurav, I can see you on the screen. Am I audible? No, you are on mute.
I think Maimuna ma'am got disconnected. So I think we can take questions from the students who are here. So the students can drop their message in the chat, or we move to the classroom mode and they'll be able to raise hand also. Yeah. So you can raise your hand to ask a question, or you can use the chat. So
I've just asked Dr. Maimuna to rejoin.
yeah, Maimuna ma'am has rejoined. She was
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for the glitch. It I couldn't make it. How did it happen? Uh, Thank you, Rajesh, for your insight. Actually, I have some interesting questions which may interest students also.
Sure,
Uh,
sure.
so
Please.
I first like to like know from your side that can you paint us a picture? What does a typical day or week looks like in your current role? Like how it goes. Hello.
You hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that's a very interesting question. I think we have since last almost 15-20 years now tuned to a typical uh, lifestyle. But it is good to be in R&D that uh, you have lot of challenges to. So in a way, in that way, there is always something new waiting for you in the office. So typically it starts like uh, reaching to the office, interacting with the scientists, those who are leading the team, and just having a, quick look at what they are doing. And since we are actually from the old thought school, and seeing and touching and sensing the things is believing, so we always have a physical meeting. We meet at the in the morning time. We meet with the leading scientists. So what is going on? What are the new things? Planning for the next week, and then looking at the documents. Since I work in the field which is controlled drug delivery system, so it's always interesting to see the data which is particularly the dissolution, the release profile, which is running into 24 hours or uh, 12 hours. So it's very interesting to see all this data. I think that has become my breakfast now. Without looking at that data, I don't digest the things. And then uh, completing my administrative work, pending things, procurements, interaction with the other team members. We have meetings planned with the different teams, like our clinical team, medical team, and then marketing team. So something new, pipeline product, which is either it is at the thought process stage, or it is at the development stage, or it is already developed, or it is already gone to regulatory agencies. So all those things are basically tied up in the day. uh,
So, like I would say that the two things which are important seem that one is planning ahead,
yes, that's
and
very important. That's
then
very important when you are into research.
right then a discussion on that, that how to
Yes,
carry forward that.
yes, yes.
So, I would like to know what are the core or critical duties and responsibilities that define success in your position.
I think from my perspective, being in research, our ultimate aim and objective is to uh, develop our knowledge uh, to the science of pharmaceutical technology and delivery system. That is very important. But the ultimate aim, the bottom line is that we should have a robust, stable, uh, product uh, available developed from the lab, which is thoroughly studied and which is actually validated in all aspects related to its development. It is related to its process, related to its analytical development, uh, packaging development. So these are the things, and the important responsibilities and for the job is that we should have a good scientific background and justification for what we do, and
That means the
if
technical skills, the skill
yeah,
set comes into picture.
yes. So
Yeah.
whatever you do, whatever you now regulatories are very stringent on every part, and to every step the questions are being asked. Why this is? How this is? Why can't something else? Why you left this? So you have to have a solid technical background and justification to what you do.
So that means like my next question will come to this point only, that what skills, that both technical and soft skills, do you consider absolutely essential?
Yes, yes, these are very important, and these are the industry is looking for the people, those who have this kind of technical skills. Since we have been trained uh, in our
I mean,
graduation, and
I want to know, sir, what kind of technical skills possibly?
yeah, I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that.
Okay.
So these are very essential when we do our graduation and post graduation into pharmacy and enter into the pharmacy profession. So I think the most important thing is that you know what are the current regulatory requirements, what are the scientific uh, uh, temperament or development going on around your field. You should be a good scientific writer. I mean, whatever you do in your laboratory, you should be able to write it in a correct and scientific way, so that it is presentable to the regulatory. One should also, being in R&D, should know that what kind of patent scenario is. Intellectual property generation is also very, very important in whatever we do. I would also like to mention that now the things is that whenever you start, you have to first carry out a risk assessment. Assessment of risk is a critical aspect, which I think is very important in the industry. And to students also, I would like to say that they should also start, doing some kind of risk assessment activities with their mentors, with their teachers. So you take any problem, you do risk assessments. That's what we do in the industry. And for a research project, for a R&D team, it is also very important that we should have research, then risk assessment, and then the data analytics. You should be able to see inside the data, how it is trending, how it is behaving, how the things are changing with the change of your variables. When you change the variables, how the things are changing. So that is very important. This is one which is from the technical side. Then in the soft skills, you should be able to, I think, a good data presentation work has to be done. It is to be learned, and one should have a skill how to present a data. You have different scenarios where you are presenting data to a regulator, you are presenting data to a technical team, you are presenting data to a marketing team, you are presenting data to a high management team or the CEO. So yeah, that skill has to be there. These are the soft skills which are there. Then there should be knowledge of the project planning, which is important. You take any project, how you'll plan, what resources, what are the micro steps which are going to be involved into that. So that foreseeing and planning is important. And then although it comes from the experience, but the resource management is also one of the soft skill, you can say. Although it is very well documented now, there are mechanisms, systems available, but this is one skill. If you are managing your resource well, you can complete your task in time. You can you can reach to the goal in the targeted time, in a targeted way. And then communication skills and is again very important in all your communications which you do in your working day to day working in the corporate, which is to be learned very fast. And the one who is communicating well to the point is the one who leads the things first and grow faster. Then, of course, knowing the new technology in terms of different softwares which are coming, particularly when I talk about the pharmaceutical research, then you should have softwares like quality by design, the data analysis, the predictive data analysis. You should have a data and then how to predict it. So those kind of softwares are available. So those knowledges are very important.
Sir, that's a good insight. But I am interested in knowing which one do you wish, you had developed earlier? Did you think that there was a gap in your learning and which we need to actually work on at earlier stage?
I think, yeah, that's very interesting. I think my forte and what I learned very fast was to look inside the problem. That was the one thing which I initiated. I mean, when I joined in R&D, and even when I started my career in production, I was given a task. I was given a problem. So I was able to go inside the problem, look inside the problem, look out what is the possible root cause of that problem. So when you see that for any problem there has to be some root cause, there has to be some background. So if you develop that, I remember one instance when there was some problem with one of the product when the supplier changed, and the critical ingredient which was being used from one supplier was changed to other supplier, and I was given that problem. When I come out with the solution, so that was a very eye opener to everybody. They said we never thought in that terms. What was happening was that there were two kind of alcohol, different chain alcohols. I mean, uh, C14 C16 chain. It was combination of that. So the ratio was changing when we were changing the supplier, and because of that, the release profile of a controlled drug release product was changed. So when I looked into that, and I demonstrated it by adding that adjusting that ratio externally, and we got that profile correct. I think that these one thing is that we should look into the problem in deep and try to understand. On paper, it gives you a very good picture what problem it is. Then you can, with your experience, you learn how fast to resolve it.
Absolutely. Sir, what is the most underrated skill in pharmacy?
Sorry,
Most underrated skill in pharmacy.
I think that's overlooking the problem.
And what has surprised you? Like what kind of skill has surprised you?
The skills like intellectual property. When in 2005, all these things, 2001 actually, it started in India. Uh, when people started looking into that, and when I started looking into that from 1997 onward, so that was very surprising that we have never thought as a professionals in that terms, that yes, this problem you can earn an intellectual property, and you can develop, capitalize those things.
Sir, you have an experience of 3 decades, more than 3 decades, I would say. So
Yes.
you have witnessed significant change in the pharmaceutical industry. So how has the field transformed since you started your career? And what has impacted your work the most?
Yeah, this I think we have gone the era where the things were more manual, and at very small scales, not very fast. to the automation, automation in terms of converting your manual workload to minor automations. Like I would say that there were machines which were being operated at very slow speed, and there were no control over those parameters. We shifted from those machines to the machines which were having uh, very old age kind of human machine interface HMIs, and those were we were able to control few things in that. And then in I think last 10 years, the decade, it has totally transformed into high scale speed, high data generation, data analytics, all those things. So from manual, where the person was in charge of taking the operation, and it was person dependent. From person dependent to I would say
Machine,
to machine controlling, and controlling to some extent, and then now become it's totally a system driven. So
data
you have
driven.
yeah, AI driven. Yes, artificial intelligence has played a vital role now into pharmaceutical research as well into pharmaceutical manufacturing. In pharmaceutical research, a lot of data is being analyzed. Even the formulation development things, the analytical method development things. You have now machines equipped with the softwares where you just give the name of the compound you want to test, and you give the characteristics of those compounds, and it will give you one or two good options which are practically applicable, and you have to tweak a minor, and you reach to a method for analyzing or for testing that particular compound. From there, where we used to, I would say, uh, uh, trial and error was the scenario earlier, which has now transformed into a total from quality by design to design space.
Right, right. A lot of changes has happened since then.
Yes.
So I would love to ask this question because this will touch most of our students and participants. Like from your experience in hiring or working with fresh graduates, what qualities are recruiters or employers really looking in new pharmacy professionals today? Because there is lot of gap, I believe, between the classroom learning and the real world applications. So, what is it that a recruiter actually is looking for in new pharmacy professional?
Yeah, I think that's very pertinent. And when as a recruiter, we are always given a task to recruit a person, and then once the person is recruited, we always ask what new person is doing, how he's doing immediately. So we have to be very alert in considering a prospective candidate for recruiting. So there are things like there are the theoretical and educational knowledge, and one is the real world. So real world and educational knowledge is always having a gap. So those things are very important, that uh, mm, it is very important for students to understand, uh, either by interacting the people around them, academics, or the people visiting to the college from the industry, or through some associations or organizations, or through there are so many means now available which were not there or absent actually in the previous years. So where they can interact and can learn what is happening, what is being done, what are the things which are very important nowadays, and look at the future also, because the things which are today as it is not the only thing. The things will change faster. What is going to happen in next 5 years? That's, I think, that should be the first thing a student should ask. As a recruiter, we always try to assess the educational, because that's the backbone, and from there, that's the first assessment from where we can understand how much a student was serious, and how much training he has gained and knowledge he has gained, which was available, time available to him or to her. So that's very very important, that when I am as a recruiter, I would definitely would like to know what the student has gained in during those 4 years or 6 years of education, what kind of learning he has done. So that one should be very thorough with that. Particularly, student should also know that what kind of strength he is having. So work on their strength, and every recruiter will always ask, what is your strength, what interest you have, what kind of subject you have liked the most, and definitely you would like to assess from that point of view. So this is the education thing which a student, or from the recruiter point of view, we see. But the other things are also very important, because we need to see that new employee from the perspective of uh, working with us for at least 3 to 5 years. So in research, it's a very small period, but we at least 3 to 5 years. When we look at that 3 to 5 years scenario, so we definitely would like to know what kind of soft skills, data analysis, the intellectual property knowledge, the software knowledge, the extra experimental design skills, the inclination towards bench working, the ethics, the team working, and working in a multidisciplinary environment, how to understand the other discipline, other stream person views. That is important, and we always emphasize during the discussion which we have initially with the students. So this is, I think, very important.
So that is like I have learned that nowadays industry normally doesn't like to hire fresh, absolutely fresh graduates. They're actually looking for graduates who have some kind of skill. What
Yes,
I
yes.
uh, came to. So that means the student with his academics needs to learn small skills with like so that they can give them edge so that because the industries of perspective now I can't spend 1 year training a student to learn new techniques. It will cost me loss in terms of you can say revenue as well as time. So they are actually what I have learned, so you are the best person to answer this, that this is going into right direction, that they want students who have actually some basic skills when they join the industry.
Yes, obviously that industry doesn't want to invest much of the time and their money on training them. So they want at least few basic things and skills should be there with the students, so that they can fine tune those skills, and they can convert those skills into their working environment. And from an industry point of view, maybe after 5 months or 6 months, they would start looking at the outputs from the candidates. So that is possible only if you have gained some skills in addition. Like uh, when somebody wants to join in analytical research development, so people, those who are recruiting them, they would like to understand and to know whether he has worked on HPLC or not, whether he has worked on dissolution apparatus or not, what kind of dissolution apparatus he has worked, because apparatus 1 and 2 are always there. Now if you are working in a delivery system, so you need to have apparatus 4 or any other apparatus, USP apparatus. If somebody has done that kind of additional work by virtue of their project, or by virtue of their interest into the learning additionally, so that becomes a platform for him to enter into the industry, and also to see give output uh, very fast to the
Right.
industry.
Sir, I have few questions in chat
Yeah,
from
sure,
students, and number of questions have already been addressed. But I will all though I'll read every each of them.
sure.
We have a question from Muhammad Izhar Alam, that how many opportunities are there in freshers in R&D, and how can we plan our future in as a fresher? So I think we have already answered these questions. If you want to add anything,
Yeah, I think now, with the current scenario changing, and the central drug authority is getting stricter, and the international scenario is changing, the R&D is going to be the backbone of every industry, not a large industry or a medium scale industry. It is going to be applicable in the small scale industry also. So you have very good opportunities in R&D, and people can't survive. Industry can't survive without having if not a full-fledged R&D, but a partial, but at least for the formulation development and analytical development work, a dedicated team of people. So you have an opportunity. Recently, we have a notification from DCGI also that whatever uh, drug drug from the point of view is that if you have approved listed products, say 10 listed products, and you want to work on 11th molecule, so you have to take a test license. When you have to take a test license, you have to work on that product as a test and examination purpose. So that can be done mostly by the R&D team, not in the routine quality control department. So these things are changing, and you have good opportunities. I'm talking only from the formulation and analytical perspective, but similarly all is applicable to clinical research pharmacovigilance also.
The question from Jeet Bindal is already answered, but I'll read the question. Hello, sir. My question is, what skills should pharmacy students focus on to build a successful career in pharmaceutical R&D and D and also in QA? Sir has already answered it. I hope you got the answer and you're satisfied. Or if you want to, like you can say, ask for some more specific, you can always mail us and we'll get back to you.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah. How do you measure it's a question from Ankit. How do you measure product market fit and the overall success of a new product launch?
So, Ankit, it's a wonderful question, and I think that's the first question one should ask when is going for a product development or a product feasibility study itself. It's a long process. It's a long process, and you have to start from the feasibility into the market, feasibility in terms of healthcare delivery, and then start working on it. Then you have to select the kind of dosage form. You have to select kind of process. You have to select kind of uh, shapes, designs, technologies, and when you establish everything in terms of a pharmaceutical dosage form, then you have to obviously go for a successful clinical study. That's the big thing, and it's quite cost and time intensive. Apart from that, there are regulatory strategies which are involved at each and every stage. So you must know the regulatory aspects of a product registration point of view. So I think these are few things which are important, and it's a long process. It's a tedious process. Uh, the confidence before you launch the product into the commercial market is what R&D is. So R&D generates the confidence on the product.
We have a question from Muhammad Izhar Alam, which has already been answered. The skills we need to have before joining the R&D and fresher. Also, there's a question from Ishan. As you mentioned about predictive analytics, it is clear that AI is playing a growing role in helping business anticipate trends, optimize operations, and make faster, smarter decisions. At Modi Mundi, I would be interested to know how this transformation is unfolding from your perspective.
As I told you that we are mainly into formulation development and analytical research. So we are doing good use of that, and we have softwares available with our scientists. Those who design their experiment, generate some data, do some predictive analysis, analyze those predictive data, and then do a further confirmation based upon that productive analysis and proceed further.
Uh, this Maliha Khan, she's asking, can you please tell the particular type of skill we need?
Uh, I think
Sir,
I should
you
move.
have already covered it, but I'll because they want actually the names particularly. Malia, I would like to answer your question. This completely depends upon your interest. Since if you're interested in drug design, but drug design has number of stages. So it will depend which stage of drug discovery you are interested in. Whether you want to go in regulatory, you want to go in manufacturing, you want to go in R&D. Accordingly, you have to identify the skill. So in that case, if you have identified the area you want to go in, we can help you to identify the skill you need. But first, you need to identify the area you want to work in.
I think, yeah, Dr. Maimuna, I will add to this. I would say that identify yourself first.
Yeah,
What
that is
your
a first step.
what your passion is, what you are inclined to more. Of course, your job, your growth, your remuneration, everything is there. But if you identify one or two areas where you fit well, and not only you, you can yourself assess, that is the best thing, but your teachers can help you. I think it's the teachers who are more experienced, they know your inclination, knowledge, and teachers are mentors actually. So we have grown because of our teachers. So we had, I tell you a story that when I was in 10th 11th class, our biology teacher used to carry a pharmacognosy book, and I was not knowing what is pharmacognosy, and it was, sometimes it was there on his table, and we used to ask what it is. He said, there is a word beyond medical. When I passed out in 86 in 12th class, so there were two streams, medical and engineering. So he told there is a word beyond medical, and which is pharmacy. So he became my mentor on that, and that's how the journey started. And during pharmacy profession also, there were teachers those to whom we were close, and there were teachers who were liking to us because of what they have seen. I don't know what they have seen inside us, but they have helped us. Still, they are retired, they are leading their retired life, but they are in touch with us, and they always act as a mentor. So you have to identify yourself, identify your mentor, discuss with them, discuss with your friends. That is also very important. Learn about that. What are your capabilities and work on that.
So we have one more question from Jeet
Ma'am,
Binde.
I would like to just add a little bit to the last question, because a lot of the students are asking about skills and what skills they should have. So I actually
You can
feel
answer in addition to Rajesh sir.
yes,
You are another like best option them to answer
yes.
what industry
So
is
I
looking for.
think you really need to just focus on your very basics.
Yeah.
And basics, I am talking about things like reading comprehension, the ability to read and follow instructions, that you read something and you are able to follow it and perform it. The ability to find solutions, to ask the right questions, be it to Google, be it to ChatGPT, and find the right answers, read them and assess them, and then take action on them. Then your very basic skills in the lab, like weighing, being able to make your dilutions, being able to prepare solutions and reagents. See, because like the alphabet is A to Z, these basic skills will let you solve any challenging problem, be it in analytical, be it in formulation development, be it in any field, even if you are in clinical research or all. If you strengthen these skills, and on top of this, develop your communication skills, be able to ask the right questions, give answers, speak confidently. These are such fundamental basic skills which have got almost nothing to do with your specialization or what you are wanting to do. But unfortunately, students are lacking even this, because you are not taking your classes seriously, you are not taking your practicals seriously. You are thinking it is a waste of time, it is not relevant to my work in the future, and you are not able to develop these basic skills of reading instructions, performing experiments, recording the experiments, and giving a viva voce to communicate what you have learned. If you have these skills, I am more than happy to hire you for any role. Unfortunately, even this is difficult to find. So please focus on these skills very well.
Yeah, true. Industry is very particular about these things.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said, Dr. Saurabh. Completely agree because we face the challenge that students don't attend the class seriously. There is one more question from Deep Jindal, but which is directed to Rajesh ji. It's about you have successfully led 20 plus product launches. What was the most challenging project you worked on, and how did you overcome it? I would like to learn from experience.
Yeah, I think I would not name the molecules, but there was one molecule in my entire career for which I could not achieve the BE study. There was only one failure. Still, I am working on that, and hopefully by next year we'll be able to resolve that. And there are molecules which are uh, practically from the class 3 or class 4 drugs, which are poorly soluble drugs, uh, and poorly available, bioavailability issues. Those are the challenges are there, and there are few molecules which are. I will give you some example which are classic examples in textbooks also. If you look at the carbamazepine or look at the metoprolol, so you have the benchmark product which has been developed, which is having very typical style, either release profile or its polymorphic forms. So these are the areas which are troublesome to any formulator, any formulation scientist, because it is not only the formulation, the dosage form which you develop, but it has to clinically proven. So there have been two challenges which I always remember. One is still pending, and I have to overcome that. And another one I did, and we could succeed into that and launch it.
Yeah, we have few questions, but they are all actually addressed. But I would like to read for students. Tapish, can you please tell the particular type of skills we need to go in FMD? Shaurya has said, I am a first year student, and can you suggest me what skills should I focus on and how to excel in career? Shagun, which type of skills required to go into R&D and FND? Tapish is saying that he is developing a rheumatoid arthritis drug formulation. So how will he check the potency on new combination drugs? Tapish, I will suggest you to connect with the people directly. That will be this is a more specific type of thing that will give you more answers, more direct answers rather than this.
I think he can discuss with us
And
on IPA
on mail,
platform,
via mail.
one to one or IPA platform. I think we have people those who can brainstorm about it and can give you a good suitable answer for your further work.
Definitely. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your insight with our IPA community. We have Sri Kumar ji also here. Sir, I would like to hear your thoughts about the same.
Yeah, very good afternoon to everyone. Hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. In fact, it was a very learning experience to me. Uh, Whatever Dr. Rajesh has shared and whatever he has shared his experiences, his learning process, his journey over the 30 years. And I feel that I'm still a learning student, although I have also completed around 31 years in the profession. And I've also learned what all the skills required. What Dr. Saurabh has also shared. These are the basic things which are required for any, fresher to join. I'll just take a very quick 1 minute to share my experience when I joined into the profession. I was also a totally fresher. I was not knowing anything, and in fact, I was given a training for almost classroom training in regarding the profession for almost a month or so. But when I reported in the field, it was totally a different scenario, right? In the classroom training, I learned about what is the anatomy, your pharmacokinetics, dynamics, and how your drug behaves, how it enters into your body, and other things. But when I reported in the field and started working in the field, and then later on to the head office, regulatory, corporate affairs, it was totally a different scenario. But one thing I have learned and kept on learning and still learning, and which I would like to share with all the students, is that apart from your aptitude, it is the attitude which matters the most. Whatever you do, whatever uh, in whatever what you call the department you are working, whether it is QC, QA, regulatory, or research, or any department, sales, marketing, production, anything. I mean, be sincere to yourself. Number one. Number two is that keep on learning. If you don't know anything, then you should not get sleep until you get the answer to that. Why I don't know this? Interact with your seniors, interact with your friends, interact with your mentors, interact with your any known person in the industry, whether he may belong to the same company or other company, wherever it is possible. So, I mean, what you call always be on the learning mode, and you will come across what all the list of all the skills, what all the skills required to be a successful professional person in this profession. So always be on the learning mode. And thank you very much, Maimuna Madam, for giving me a chance to share my thoughts.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
So I think this brings us to end of this interesting session, and it was interesting to know about the various, can say, facts about the industry. And I hope the students have gained the knowledge and found it interesting. I expect students to join and be more participative and active. Thankful to all the students who have been here for the whole time and interacted actively. I also take this opportunity to thank Dr. Rajeji for sharing his views, experience, and answering each and every question so thoughtfully. Thank you so much, sir. Uh, Thank you to all the other members of the IPA Delhi State Branch for making this event successful, because together only we can make it, and I'm looking forward for the continued support. Before closing the session, I would like request all to stand for the national anthem. So, to share this.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे। गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Thank you so much for joining. Hope to see you soon in another section of Know Your Profession. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.